Shoal Creek Sanctuary, situated just on the gravel driveway at 275 Blue Heron Drive, is home to 257 acres of conserved land, owned and maintained by retired University of Georgia ecology professor Dr. John Pickering. With help from community organizations and volunteers, among them the Cedar Shoals Outdoor Club, the sanctuary is teeming with native species and naturally restored beauty. Pickering has a dream for Athens that extends beyond his land, though, an extensive environmental restoration plan entitled 30 by 30.
I'm trying to use this as a showcase to show how you can conserve land, do science, manage it, involve the community to working towards this thing called 30 by 30, which means that we want to get 30% of the land in conservation by the year 2030.
Inspired by the plan Conserving and Restoring America the Beautiful by the Departments of Interior, Commerce, and Agriculture and the Council on Environmental Quality, Pickering and his outreach coordinator, Audrey Hughes, are the forces behind 30 by 30. Rather than halting Athens' industrialization and tearing down buildings, the plan involves connecting existing green spaces, such as the State Botanical Garden of Georgia and Sandy Creek Park, together with privately owned land using financial incentives.
What we're trying to do in the county is not go out there and have a government land grab where we buy the land, from people and say, okay, now it's all owned by the government. That's far from the case. What we want to do is work with the land trusts. We've got Oconee River Land Trust and Athens Land Trust in the county that would then take the conservation easement. So we go and motivate with financial incentives the landowner, and then the landowner puts their land into a conservation easement run by the land trusts, and getting what they would have made growing and selling timber, for example. And then we would have that land and people will have access to it, and they'll have cleaner water, and carbon's going to be sequestered, and we'll keep the biodiversity. So we've got the county commissioners on board, so there's 10 of those that are on board. We're hoping to get the mayor and the rest of it, and then put it to the voters and saying, wouldn't you like 30% of the county conserved?
Restoring 24,000 acres costs an estimated $250 million. Without taking into account potential outside investors, taxpayers would be charged approximately 10 cents a day. With long-term survival bonds and exchange credits, such as carbon exchanges, Pickering is hopeful that the price will prove reasonable for most people.
We've got the sanctuary going now. My goal is to, by January, have the county commissioners and leadership say, let's put this to the voters. Then there would be an election to say, okay, let's approve a sales tax, or let's work with the investment bankers to fund this. So that would be next year. And then I would hope that by 2023 we could start purchasing the conservation easements and make this happen. And I think we could be completely done, not by 2030, but by 2024 or 2025. So the goal ultimately, if everything goes well, Athens-Clarke County is a start of a movement which will raise $50 trillion to put 30% of the world into conservation.
Among Pickering's other ongoing projects are developing a wooded area exclusively for children to play called Last Child of the Woods, and of course maintaining ecosystems on his property that allow for plants and animals to flourish. For WJAG TV, this has been Violet Calkin.